Yeah, so very interesting. We were earlier called Vikram. We were earlier called Trucks First, but we realized that and earlier the plan was not that large, right? I mean, we were running a few trucks, um, but soon it started to become a movement, and Trucks First was a limiting name, so we started to think of a name which could actually do justice to what we are trying to do. Back in the day, our team room was always trying to solve for different, problems and obstacles, right? And would always say, be like a river, behte rehna hai. Let's overcome the obstacles. Either find a way or make your own way, just like a river does. Nadi rukti nahi hai. River never stops. So this constant kind of theme was a part of our, team rooms and problem solving sessions. And literally, when you are trying to cross Indian highways in path breaking turnaround times, I remember Gati's ERP system used to have Delhi to Mumbai transit time as an express company 60 hours, and we started to deliver Delhi to Mumbai in 24 hours. No one believed us back then, so we had to cross five borders. We have to be on the 1400-kilometer highway, or overcome all those obstacles. Every time we had to be on time and deliver this in 24 hours. So this keep nadi ki tarah, so river on the go. So when we started to think of a name, river came as a natural kind of an inspiration for us. Philosophy of river. River does not stop. River finds its own way. It overcomes a lot of obstacles, but with persistence, breaks those obstacles and overpowers those obstacles, right? Not through power, but because of persistence. And as a startup, as a young startup in this huge, country of trucking, it was a big, it was a good philosophy to carry forward, right? Of persistence, not of power, right? Of willpower, of continuing to create impact. That's how River Rivigo came into being.
Very interesting. Thank you so much. Questions?
Hi, this is Gauri. I think recently India has announced the logistic policy. And I think what you have done probably can contribute a lot in that. I'm sure you may have been involved even in that policy making. So just want your thoughts on, what can India do next in terms of on that policy level. And secondly, on the road infrastructure, I know Mr. Gadkari is trying to do his best, but still there is a long way to go over, insofar as road infrastructure is concerned. So, what is your vision in terms of how do you see? Because you must have been, integral part of those discussions. So, your views on the in on these 2 points.
Uh, Gauri, I think great question. Uh, I see logistics is very, very important for for India's economy, and it's obvious, but I just want to throw some kind of more logic to it. But the fact is, every economy which has grown to be a developed economy has done it through exports, right? I mean, you look at the history of different economies, right? I mean, they have India cannot grow unless we are able to really seize the moment right now of China plus one strategy, which is most global companies want to have, and really play a role, right? And we have been hearing this China plus one for a while now, right? Back in the day in McKinsey, also I used to do a workshop with a lot of my global clients, bring them to India and say, India is here, and but people are not going to take us seriously unless our cost and the quality both match up to the level. At the end of the day, people are commercial. Even if they want to de-risk the supply chains after COVID, they want to get the same quality and the cost. And logistics is an important aspect of the cost equation, right? Just to give an example, despite the factor cost of China being 7x that of India, the cost of transportation from Delhi to Mumbai is same as cost of transportation from Beijing to Shanghai, which is equidistant. It's 1400, roughly 1300-1400 kilometers. Factor cost is 7x. Labor in Beijing gets $1400 a month, whereas in India you pay about 200 kind of dollars a month, right? So despite that, so the productivity difference is huge. right? So I am, therefore a lot of technology is required, and a lot of standardization is required. A lot of infrastructure development is required, right?